I'm just gonna be speaking about psychology and mindset, because my channel is not just about trading in it, but as well as mindset shifts, psychology tips and tricks. So I just want to come on here to say something that you actually don't know this, but your 9 to 5 might actually be riskier than you just taking your goals and your dreams and putting them into action to bring out something that will actually make you free from this. You're not meant to come into this world and just spend your time, trade in your time for someone else's money. It's okay. I'm not trying to say that 9 to 5 is something that we should never do, but a 9 to 5 is not you're supposed to be your end time goal. It should be something that gives you a pedestal in your life, but not as the end all be all of your life. Actually crazy to think that there's actually no control in like a 9 to 5. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a trader. There's so many other things that you can do besides trading. You can do affiliate marketing, you can do drop shipping, whatever it may be, sales, coaching, whatever it may be. There are so many things that you can do, but the mistake that so many people make is thinking that the 9 to 5 is going to be the only thing that will lead them to where they want to be. To that, actually crazy to see that you can have one boss and you're limited to just a paycheck, meaning whatever that you earn, you have to circle your whole life around this paycheck that you can get. So basically you're just deliberately limiting yourself. This video is going to focus on how the 9 to 5 is actually much more riskier than you taking that leap in trading. Let me explain what I mean by everything that I've said. When you work a 9 to 5, your entire income depends on one paycheck from one employer, be it you have 2 employers, 3 employers. It doesn't change the fact that your income, or should I say your life in quotes, depends on one paycheck. So if anything ever happens, if that company downsizes or restructures or replaces you, your income is gonna disappear. With trading, I just want to speak about trading because like I said, I am a forex trader, I am a futures trader. There is the risk, but you're not in control. You're not relying on a boss or in a company to decide your future. Trading is more of what you can do and what you're willing to do, because there are people that hold trades for days, they hold them for months, and they get a huge return. There are people that decide to hold trades for minutes and hours, and they get a huge return. You can take that skill anywhere, and I mean any flipping where. It doesn't matter if you're on a plane, if you're on the beach sipping a pina colada, if you're walking on the streets, if you're in a hotel at a spa, it does not matter. The advantage of trading is that trading stays with you in every single thing that you do. You can just open up your phone. You don't even need like a full-on laptop and 6 monitors for you to see your trade. You can literally take your trade and in any place and anywhere that you are. Most jobs, the growth is capped. Like if I compare this to trading, trading is endless. You have an endless amount to how much you can make, but you have to also remember that you can lose as well. Some people even lose more than what they risk. That's again poor risk management. In a job, you'll get that salary. It's a fixed salary, mind you. It's a fixed salary, and promotions are not already guaranteed as compared to trading. Trading, you can make 10k if you follow your plan, risk management. You can make 10k, 100k this month. Next month you can be making 300k, 450k next month, 500,000, 750,000. Like I said, in a job, even if you work harder, the system will always decide how much you're worth because of what you're putting in. If you get better executing, managing risk, and controlling your psychology, your income potential really scales. If you think about it, with a job, you're trading your time for money. If you have fixed hours, you have a fixed schedule, you have a certain amount of work or hours that you should put in for the month. And basically your life is built around an employer's clock. Trading takes time to master and it requires a sacrifice, but you need to be willing to put in that sacrifice. You need to be willing to put in that work. Even when you may not see the results immediately, you just need to keep on pressing on. It's not a get rich quick scheme, so it does take time to master. can trade for a few hours. Right now I just closed a trade of over $600, and it was just in 10 minutes. So you can be able to trade for a few hours or minutes and spend the rest of your day building whatever you want, getting back that time that the working a 9 to 5 actually took away from you. So it's actually riskier with a 9 to 5 because you're giving your time year after year and you're not going to get it back. With trading, it's possible for you to actually get that time back and use that time for something else. I'm not trying to say that trading is easy. People lose because they treat it like gambling. If you come in with no plan, no risk management, and no patience, you're gonna blow yourself up. Because here's the difference. With trading, your downside is in your control because, again, I'm gonna say this: risk management. Decide to work how much risk you trade, how much risk you put on per trade, and you can set a maximum daily loss, maximum weekly loss, monthly loss, and you can improve this practice. The important thing is that as you build this risk management, you are also working on your discipline enough to say that, okay, I've hit my daily loss, that's it, I'm closing the charts, I'm not going to open the chart, I don't care what the market is printing. As long as you have that discipline, you will drive through every downside of trading. So is trading risky? Of course. But in my eyes, the real risk isn't in losing trades. The real risk is losing years of your life stuck in a system that doesn't care about you. I hope you guys just enjoyed this little clip. I just wanted to come here and say something, and I hope that someone has been impacted by this video. So if you really found this perspective valuable, hit the like button, subscribe for more trading and self-development content, and I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Do you think the 9 to 5 is safer to some extent?